All right, so with Fantastic Four and Superman both getting ready to come out this month, thought it'd be cool to look back at some other superhero TV shows and movies and rate them on a scale from 1 to 10 by their enjoyability. Now my memory is kind of cooked. So I'm gonna chat GBT some TV shows and superhero movies. And while I do that, how about y'all watch my Call of Duty highlights from back in the day? See how cool your boy was.
Protect the objectives.
Enemy spotted! EKIA! That's a...
All right, now, don't lie to yourself. You know I was tough. With that being said, the list has been created. So let's go ahead and get into it with our first superhero show being. I feel like too much doesn't have to be explained with this one right here. Invincible is easily one of the best superhero TV shows that come out in the last about 5 years. Up there with shows like Daredevil and The Boys. And quite honestly, I feel like it'll easily be better than both those shows once its run is over. Mark my words. Get it? Mark my words.
Yo, bro. Hell nah, nigga.
With all that being said, I would give Invincible like a 4 out of 5. The only knock I really have is sometimes the animation is just terrible. All right, next up, we have Captain Sparkle. Now, I haven't seen this movie since it originally came out in like 2019, so I have to go back and rewatch it for the purpose of this video. And I must say, it's low-key better than what I remember. Now, it's no superhero cinematic masterpiece, and sometimes it can be cheesy, but I think the cheesiness makes the movie work. It's just a fun superhero movie. It's not trying to be this blockbuster classic that makes you cry and makes you feel all types of emotions. It's just a funny superhero film, and I found myself laughing at a lot of the jokes.
Dude, I've studied the fighting techniques of every single superhero. What do you got? Well, that's terrifying.
Now, the one thing about this movie that I really didn't like was the villain. The villain kind of sucked, had bad motivations, and didn't really do anything too like villainy, I guess. And I also found it kind of weird how nerfed the 7 Deadly Sins got once all the kids got the powers. Because the wizard himself said that all his people died fighting them, but then we watched them get dropped by some kids who just got powers. I don't know, it's kind of confusing to me. But yeah, that didn't really work for me, so that drops the movie a little bit. With that being said, though, I give this first Shazam movie a 3.5 stars out of 5. It was surprisingly entertaining and kept me kind of engaged throughout. All right, next up we have.
Have size, excel, excel. Put my hands against, put my best of best, put my 10 a 10, or put my spend a spend. Have size, excel.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not watching that movie.
Listened or negotiated with. Some men just want to watch the world burn.
All right, now you can be excited. We all already know that this movie right here is peak 10 out of 10 cinema. When it comes down to it, not too many movies can live up to The Dark Knight, from the villain to the hero to the story to the score. All of it is just peak superhero cinema. This movie on some real ish had hella people convinced that they could actually be Batman. Like, that's how good this movie was. It's easily one of the best superhero movies to come out of all time. Now the question is it better than The Batman? That's a question for another video. But with all that being said, man, I gotta give The Dark Knight 5 out of 5 stars, man. This is really, it's hard to get much better than this.
To understand what I'm about to tell you, you need to do something first. You need to believe in the impossible.
I will actually never understand how this show got so terrible. Like, did y'all hear that intro? Like, bro, that was so peak. Nah, I slick don't remember too much about the Flash TV show as a whole, because when I was watching it back in the day, I watched like from season 1 all the way into the brain dude was like the main villain, and then I stopped watching it after that because I don't know, I could just sense that the quality was gonna go down. But I kind of kept up with it as a pop culture thing, and I saw like how all the fighting scenes got terrible, all the extra characters they added, and man, I was just like, dude, this show just looks terrible. I'm about to show y'all 2 scenes from the same show and tell me that the quality hasn't severely dropped from scene 1 to scene 2.
The days of the Flash protecting the city are over.
Hold your fire!
Put him down!
Now, what will you do without your precious hero?
Shoot that thing now!
Nice try.
Like, bro, you cannot convince me this wasn't peak television right here. Now let's compare that to a scene that we got in season 7 of The Flash.
So you beat my copies, but I'm the real deal. The one true Godspeed.
We're flying to Philadelphia! Oh, hell no!
That's what I call mind over matter.
I'm gonna keep it a super buck. Nothing in that scene was good. The fighting was trash. That line she dropped at the end was terrible. Compared to the first scene, you wouldn't even think that that was from the same show. It's like night and day. The second scene made me feel like I was watching Power Rangers. You know, bro, going back and looking at this show, bro, I take back what I said at the beginning. The whole show is trash. All that happens in these early seasons is the Flash fights a villain that he should beat in like 2 seconds, but he somehow gets dropped, and then that ugly dude yells, "Run, Barry, run!" And then he beats him. The whole show is actually Garbito. With all that being said, man, I'll give this show like 1 out of 5 stars. This show is actually just terrible. All right, so that was all the superhero media that was on my list. We had some good ones, some terrible ones, but I feel like we have more good ones than terrible ones. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments any other type of videos that y'all want to see, and I'll catch you on the next one.
I know you ain't good for me. It's all bad when I get quiet. Fuck around and start a big riot. I know what ain't good for me. I know you ain't good for me. You keep fucking up my high. I just wanna fly straight up from the floor. Bye bye to my lows. You keep getting in the way. You just wanna take. Stay up on my Kool-Aid. I've been on a new wave. I'm drinking straight out the pitcher. I don't need you all in the mixture. You just wanna fight and argue. Gon' make me call up my sister. I ain't tryna see nobody get hurt. That ain't right. I just get the scissors. Cut you off, disappear. I'm